Good morning, everyone. This is a public service announcement for those of you who deal with trauma. Childhood trauma, PTSD, trauma from, I won't go into details. How about that? Just if you have trauma, I will accept within you that it does exist. And this message might be for you. This message goes out directly to Jenny, my gal. Because I have noticed that in certain situations, it's hard for me to be understanding, or it's hard for me not to fight a little bit in the moment. And sometimes I have seen, after the fact anyway, that reactions that I have sometimes are a defense mechanism created by the fact that I never had a voice in my life. Created by the fact that I did get into Harvard, and that I was a star football player, and that I felt like I did everything to warrant some sort of understanding or respect of the things that I say. And I notice when I look back on certain conversations that those things are in fact narcissism. But it's a narcissism that I believe is trying to protect me, because I felt like nothing I ever said in my life was taken with any kind of weight, and I always was being stupid. That's how I honestly felt. And I know that since I'm whimsical and aloof and hyper, and I change what I want to do all the time as far as like what I'm into, I'm become obsessed with certain things and I get really into them and I learn them, but then I move on. And I know that I'm quick to make a decision about how I feel about something sometimes. And then if I try to explain why I feel that way and other people don't, I guess there's some childhood issues that rise up, and it feels like anxiety. It feels like no one cares what I have to say. And I have to do a better job about that, because I do know that whatever I feel and what I truly believe is allowed to exist within me no matter what. So I wanted to apologize that the trauma that I have in me sometimes makes it to where I'm unable to be understanding until the moment is over. When the moment ends and I think about it, then I get extremely guilty and I start feeling depressed that I got angry. Because one thing that trauma does is it makes it to where you feel like you're not allowed to be angry. And if you're not allowed to be angry and you have to apologize for being angry, then your emotions and you get really confused because you're not allowed to have a certain one, but you still have it. And so if I'm ever too passionate and get into an argument about a subject that's honestly pointless to argue about, I'm sorry. And I want you to know I love you very much. And for people watching this, not a huge blowout argument or anything. I just want to profess that I understand and recognize within me that my defense mechanisms can affect the way that I deal with people sometimes. And as a channel that has tried its best to grow spiritually throughout the years, it's okay to admit sometimes that things about us are not perfect, they're not right. And with me, they're not. In this case, I trust you, Jenny, and your experience, and you're a very valuable person to me, and everything about you is what I love and want. And I want you to know that even when we argue about things, I'm so sorry. And seriously, it wasn't a big deal, but I also want you to know that my passion is love, and my defenses, I will try to break them. So I love you so much, and happy Sunday. And if you're dealing with mental illness, please reach out and talk to people. We have to create a world where it's okay to say the truth within you. Have a good day, and be still.